What's good, YouTube? It looks like Antonio Brown has officially crashed out, or at least that's what I'm hearing. I'm your boy, What's Up G, back with another banger. Let's get into this reaction. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I used to be a fan of Antonio Brown, but he be wildin'.
Antonio Brown has finally completed his crash out mission, bruh. He been trying to ruin his life for about 5 years now. He finally succeeded. Tonight, his life is officially over. If the accusations the police are saying is true. Antonio Brown was at Adin Raw's brand risk fight event where he pays influencers to fight each other. While at this brand risk fighting event, Antonio Brown was actually led away in cuffs.
Hey, don't let no one else in the gate. Hey.
You got shot? He said, I ain't
watching
do
this
nothing.
video is wondering, what did Antonio Brown do this time, bruh? What kind of trouble did he get himself into? Looking for y'all, I got the full story, okay? And it's not the cap y'all been seeing online. He wasn't
jumped. Up a little bit.
They wasn't trying to snatch his chain. It's all cap. I got the full story from the horse's mouth himself and people involved. The story actually connects to Kendrick Lamar in a strange way. I know Kendrick Lamar is involved in every pop culture event right now, bro. This man is on top. Shout out my brother Danza Project, man, because he provided
Kendrick, like, what he's like me for? What?
All the footage, inside source, everything. He's the reason why this video is being made, because he put me onto a lot of game I didn't know. So you guys remember the guy who protested with the Palestinian flag at the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance? This guy right here, he was able to secure a role in the Super Bowl as a background dancer. And then when the Super Bowl started, he protested and showed the Gaza flag. Now, his entire mission is to spread Islam to as many people as he can, which is why this story is really crazy, because he was involved in an altercation with Antonio Brown that led Antonio Brown to be let off in handcuffs. His name is Zulkarnain. He shows up to a lot of these events with influencers, and he tries to have a conversation with them to enlighten them, let them know about Islam. He recently had an altercation with Charleston White where he pulled up on Charleston White to confront Charleston White about some things he have said in the past that was disrespectful about Islam. And that didn't really go too well, because Charleston White refused to back down and he was disrespectful in person.
I don't believe in the creator, man. My mama believe in the creator.
I was at an event with him, so I pulled him to the side. He was respectful. I'm saying, why do you slander black Muslims and you blanket that statement on everyone?
Now you falling for the trickery. No, not falling. No. I'm telling you, all my Muslims from Ronaldo to all over.
And then he was, calm in his talking and respectful, and just saying that the people, he was talking only about the people he knows. And I reminded him of many of the great black Muslims, i.e. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, who are international figures.
Everybody I know who claim Allah went to prison. Everybody. I don't know now born calling Allah. Everybody I know went to prison and came home talking Allah.
The camera started coming up because we were talking. And then that's when his whole demeanor changed. He started becoming a whoopus, a over whoopus.
If I'm gonna claim any religion, I'm going to white Jesus. I'm going to any religion. I'm going to my mama's white Jesus.
Cursing this, cursing that.
I hate for a mother come to me talking the only way out the door, and Allah sending to me.
He admitted to being a hypocrite. He admitted to working for the devil. So this is a real kuffar. Not somebody that's not a Muslim, but somebody who rejects Islam and disbelieves. I was obligated to condemn him slandering black Muslims, and I told him, he's been warned. Protect yourself from the wrath of Allah.
He worried about what wrath, and I'm rejecting.
Now, when he brings it upon himself, just know that this was documented.
So what happened tonight is the brother tried to have a conversation with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown wasn't going for it whatsoever. Now, they went back and forth, and after a few attempts of trying to have a conversation, Antonio Brown decided he was done trying to have a conversation. He wasn't getting his chain snatched. He didn't get jumped. Antonio Brown and his homies, they did the jumping. Antonio Brown swung on him, and when Antonio Brown swung on him, his entourage jumped in. So the Muslim brother is on the far right. He's currently surrounded by Antonio Brown and his entourage. Antonio Brown is being pulled away by the white security guard on your left. Antonio Brown falls down, gets back up and starts kicking the security guard. He's trying to figure out, yo, is he coming with any dudes? So he realizes, okay, the dude is trying to get away. Antonio Brown is separated from his entourage. His entourage follows the Muslim brother and they start chasing him. This the part of the video you're about to witness the stupidity that got Antonio Brown called up. So dude is backing up. Dude is trying to get away, okay? He's done fighting. Y'all done jumped him. Y'all done beat him up already, bro. He's good. Now, he held his own, but he's good. Antonio Brown, homie in the green, squares up. He sees dude is backing up and trying to get away. He pursues the dude. Dude is still holding his face in his eye, being backed up by security. Antonio Brown comes out of nowhere, by the way, right? The situation is done. Antonio Brown, right here, comes out of nowhere. Now, watch what's in his hand, people. Watch what's in his hand. Starts pursuing the dude.
He got the blicky on him with the blicky. Oh.
With a gun. We're going to slow it down some more so y'all can really see him with the gun. This is no police stuff.
No, it gets sticky with the blicky.
Lord's work. All right, we're doing it. You see right there what's in his hand? He pursues the guy with a firearm. Dude is already out the building and he's
chasing
gone.
him.
If you by chance do something to this guy, it's no longer self-defense, bro. The self-defense is out the window if you lay another hand on this dude or use that weapon on him. These are the bad decisions that led Antonio Brown to getting kicked out of the NFL. Antonio Brown, when he left the Steelers, I think he had like a $30 or $40 million contract that all he had to do was just not get in trouble and get by training camp. He couldn't do that, and he lost that deal. Antonio Brown came back with the Bucks. He couldn't behave and lost that deal. So Antonio Brown is prone to bad decisions making. What's a really bad decision is in a packed venue, in a packed space, you pull out a firearm and you the multimillionaire, and you got a bunch of raggedy dudes behind you, your entourage. Hey, bro, if push comes to shove, if you really are just bloodthirsty, you really just want to violate somebody or do him in, bro, you hand that pistol to one of your entourage, bro. Why are you paying them bum-ass ninjas for? If them bum-asses, I don't know them, I can't call them bums, but if them bums you with, bro, can't hold the pistol, then why they around?
Yeah, facts.
Why are they around, bro?
You gotta hold the blicky.
We're about to see the aftermath. So Antonio Brown runs away, has the gun in hand.
Snaggy, bro, where's Snaggy at? Hell no. Get down. That shit not even cool, bro. Why the f y'all putting your hands on A beat, bro? That guy's gotta go to. I'm gonna press charges. Right now. Why is he detained? He's detained. Why? He's a fucking patient. Guys, detained is fine. No, well, detained is not arrested.
Yeah, he's the one that got put in handcuffs out of everybody out there.
But why?
He's the one
They're the ones who. What? Bro, what the f, bro?
I think at this point in time, everybody was under the belief that Antonio Brown was getting jumped or robbed for his chain, and that's not true at all whatsoever. That's not what took place at all. This was a conversation over religion that went bad. But here's the thing. Antonio Brown goes away with the gun. Shots went off. Police come, and they carry him away in cuffs. However, they apparently didn't have enough to arrest him right then and there, so they had to let him go. But that don't mean the investigation is over, to be honest, bro. All right. Antonio Brown is on camera brandishing a firearm after a fight. Florida law states, first, understands that Florida law does not allow for the open carry of any handguns. If you display a handgun in a situation that cannot be legally justified as self-defense, you could be subject to criminal charges. Therefore, firearms cannot be openly carried. At the very least, Antonio Brown committed a crime that night. So let's now see Antonio Brown.
Not necessarily though, Flacco. I see where you're going with it, Flock, but not necessarily. And let's start off by saying the religious bull is a weirdo. He's a weirdo. At this point, yo, you signed up to be a Kendrick Lamar backup dancer just so you could do all that. And now you pulling up on people just to do all that. Listen, if somebody say they don't want to be a part of your religion, you got to respect that, my boy. You saying all this stuff, oh, you want people to respect what you saying, but you not respecting their words saying back up off me. I ain't on that. I respect all religions. I don't care what you into. I prefer you to be into God. But I respect your religion. If you don't walk up respecting how I feel, we gonna have multiple problems. So I look at you as a whole weirdo for that. Step one. Step two. Antonio Brown's friends should have been holding the blicky. There's no scenario where Antonio Brown should have been holding the blicky. You shouldn't have 10 dudes around you ready to fight for you. As soon as you say, yo, you whisper in somebody's ear, they should be holding the blicky. Ain't no way. Now, if Antonio Brown could still spin it as he felt as though friends and family were in danger. Why? Because you walked up on Antonio Brown with all this energy and he could say his life was in danger, X, Y, and Z. So we ain't just going to paint it like that, and we ain't going to paint it like this dude ain't a weirdo. Like everything about this dude and everything he's saying is just being a weirdo. They had a whole, they either at the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl concert, you had an Adin boxing match, and you on this around a bunch of people who ain't on that. They here to have a good time or make money or congregate with other people that want to make money. And here you are pushing your agenda as the weirdo you are. Antonio Brown shouldn't be in this situation. I ain't even going to turn Flacco back on because I really don't like his narrative and where he's trying to go with it. But he do got something else on Adin where he be kind of talking about what happened. We ain't going to listen to Flacco no more.
T.
They're letting him back in. You good, my boy?
Sometimes you just got to listen to me. I'm the
That's
captain.
insane. He's back.
Nothing. We left some blood out there, huh? There's niggas out there bleeding.
Let's catch up. Nothing. I didn't see. Yeah, catch up.
Yeah, I got CT. I blacked out. I ain't know why. I blacked out, dude. I blacked out, Adin.
I know you did.
I ain't know what happened.
I know.
Your eyes, man. Bring it came out.
Bring it up, bro. That was your shit.
Antonio Brown is trying to tell people that they was trying to snatch his chain. That's not true at all. Now, after Antonio Brown left, Adin Ross actually got a call from like the police in a venue where they claim like the police is coming.
My thing is with Flacco saying this, you don't know if that's true that he was trying to snatch his chain. You could have people there. If Antonio Brown was going through it with bro and somebody was tugging at his chain and they was trying to snatch his chain. That's the story that he going with. Because he's and the other dude's not going to get the benefit of the doubt because he's a known weirdo. He's been acting like a weirdo. You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Now, Antonio Brown also is a weirdo. But in this situation, Antonio Brown was minding his business and ran into the ultimate weirdo. Let's keep going. But yeah, we ain't going to listen to Flacco. Let's see if Adin talks again. Because Flacco, I don't really like his narrative right now.
Birthday, bro. Happy birthday, bro. Celebrate, huh? So we go party. Oh, we're gonna have to leave in like the next few minutes because the police want to do a full investigation. Oh my god. They're sending the whole fucking. They're sending FBI. Yo, swear to God, or whatever, for that. Or whatever, because they're. Let me mute real quick.
That tells me somebody is getting arrested for this. somebody is going down for this, bro. You're not firing a gun in like a packed venue like that, bro, for no reason. Now, Charleston White would actually break down. Like, he gives more insight into exactly what took place with Antonio Brown. And he would actually link it to his own situation where he claims, yo, I got arrested for doing the same thing that Antonio Brown just did. Now, to Antonio Brown.
Me in the head with a pistol. I see the gun. He hold a hostage. He held everybody in the barbershop hostage. Don't let nobody leave. I go get my gun. I go pursue them. When I come out the door, they're leaving, but the guy in the passenger seat is pointing the gun at me. I chase after them. I got charged with 2 ag assaults for the same thing.
Damn.
The thing is, though, is that there's a threat to somebody else, though.
Hold on.
They're leaving. They're free. No. But that guy, he was a threat to other people.
But there's a guy with a knife.
So I think there's
Yes. There's a knife for the gun got his own. And somebody got a beer smashed over the head. And
What?
Rage, your guy, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was yours? I'm not sure if he's fans. He got kicked. Oh my god, you scared me, bro. Are you alright?
Yeah, hell yeah.
From everything you guys have gathered so
You got him popping out of nowhere with the baldy. Look. Like, where did you just come from?
Rage, your guy, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was yours? I'm not sure if he's fans. He got kicked. Oh my god, you scared me, bro.
Like, ain't this Ray Shremmen? He just pop out with a baldy. What, man? What is going on? Look, you knew it was going look, okay. You knew this was going to be bad, right? You got XQC, Adin, Charleston White, Ray Shremmen with a baldy and boxing shorts on, Antonio Brown, and a Muslim activist that be wilding out at Kendrick's concert and pressing his religion on the people in the same place. Oh, this is gonna end bad. There's no way that this ends good. This is gonna end bad, y'all. It gotta end bad. There's no way it can end good. This is crazy.
You alright?
Yeah, hell yeah.
from everything you guys have gathered so far, the full story is an altercation took place. Antonio Brown and his homies jumped the guy. Antonio Brown pursued him with a gun, apparently because he claims the guy had a knife on him. when you were nowhere near the knife, you were nowhere near the danger. Apparently, Antonio
How do you know that? How do you know that, Flacco? You don't know that. You're just saying things that you heard. This is hearsay, and then you got a big platform where you're saying it's the truth. Yeah, this is where I gotta grind you and your hairline up a little bit, Flacco. That ain't cool. You should say allegedly, because you're going off hearsay from the Danza Project. You don't know if that's true. So the guy could have approached Antonio Brown and started a whole situation with Antonio Brown. And he was defending himself with his friends. You don't know if the guy had a knife or not. Were you there? So how you just going to say that without saying allegedly? This guy was approaching everybody aggressively. He's been aggressive in his pursuit of trying to get his religion and press his religion on to multiple people. So yeah, I'm not saying Antonio Brown is innocent. I actually do think Antonio Brown is an idiot. I think Antonio Brown does suffer from CTE. I think Antonio Brown is one of the dumbest football players I've seen in the last 10 years. I think this situation was stupid because he shouldn't have been in this situation once again. I believe potentially Antonio Brown did commit a crime, but I don't know that because I wasn't there. And from the looks of this guy who actually did start all this stuff and was putting pressure on everybody doing all this stuff, you know, here he go putting pressure on more people, you know. And then you can hear him talking in the background from his perspective saying like, oh, once I talked to Charleston, he was very understanding and very, man, you out here clout chasing. You want to sound good to your audience. This is, I guess this is how religious people get they message across in 2025. All the Muslim brothers, I'm from a predominantly Muslim city. All the Muslim brothers I know are respectful. They very respectful and they're very respectable. This ain't respectable. What are you going to these events just to be a weirdo for? I said what I said. All right, so it's your boy, What's Up, G? Don't forget to drop a like on this, comment, subscribe. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this.